What you looking for?
Just looking for my ball.
Oh, the yellow one?
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna find it that way. You need to look for it from way up high, Chico.
What do you mean, up high?
Well, you're gonna need to get yourself a great big kite. You know, one with big comfy seats and a steering wheel on it. And wait for a giant wind. Launch yourself into the sky and look for the ball from up there. A yellow ball will be easy to spot.
Are you seriously serious?
Of course. You trust me, right?
Krash, are you sure about this?
Just trust me, Chico. Now let's go.
I've been told that I'm a goon, a wild, crazy, big baboon. I'm like a stick of dynamite who blows up everything in sight. There's some truth in what they claim, but I'm not the one to blame. The one to blame for what you see is a goof who lives inside of me. This goof who lives inside of me, he never ever lets me be. His tricks are works of artistry, a troublemaker first degree.
His sneaky mischief never stops. He's a headspin like a top.
A troublemaker first degree. His dares all get the best of me.
Okay, all we need to do is use the kite as a giant sled, and we can climb in it and ride it down the mountain.
Are you seriously serious?
Come on, Chico, trust me.
And
Are you ready?
what if I say no, Krash?
This goof who lives inside of me, he never ever lets me be. His tricks are works of artistry, a troublemaker first degree.
His sneaky mischief never stops. He's a headspin like a top.
A troublemaker first degree. His dares all get the best of me.
I only wanted one thing. I just wanted to find my ball. If I didn't find it, I really wouldn't be very upset at all. But now I'm getting upset.
That's it! The balls! We just gotta start bouncing, you know, like balls. We'll bounce from one wall to another, and we'll keep going till we make it all the way to the top.
Are you seriously serious?
Come on, Chico, trust me.
I trusted you every other time, but now, instead of sitting at home drinking tea, I'm stuck here.
Chico, I think you might have trust issues. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Chico! Chico! I'm coming!
I could have lived some other way. I could have learned to do crochet or spent my summertime at camp, so sad at home collecting stamps.
Could be reading all the fire, all those books that I admire.
And at the end, my friends will say, how will I do? Day after day. But this goof who lives inside of me, he never lets me be. His tricks are works of artistry, a troublemaker first degree. His sneaky mischief never stops. It makes my head spin like a top.
A troublemaker first degree.
His dares all get the best of me.
His goof who lives inside of me. He never ever lets me be. His tricks are works of artistry. A troublemaker first degree.
His sneaky mischief never stops. It makes my head spin like a top. A troublemaker first degree. His dares all get the best of me.
Chico, listen, we just need to catch a couple sharks and then put a harness on them. Our strength is running low. I don't know how far we can swim, but we can do this. Okay? Grab the first shark that swims by. Okay? You follow me?
Are you
Huh?
seriously serious?
No, I'm kidding. Look, the shore.
My ball. Right there. That's my ball.
It seriously is. See, Chico, without me, you would have been looking for your ball forever.
To tell you the truth, when I planted this tree, I really didn't believe that it would bear any fruit. You know, because the tree was so small and so helpless. To be honest, it all seemed so pointless at the time. I remember there was one time I was even thinking of giving up forgetting the tree altogether. But look how pretty this tree is now. Such beauty and such joy.
Are you gonna be digging around in that dirt much longer?
Hold your horses. If you really want a tree to grow up right, then you have to make sure to plant it right. Right?
Well, do you know how long it takes to grow?
How long?
Probably 100 years, man.
Well, I heard it's more like 5 or 6 at the most, but it'll definitely have cherries on it in 7 years.
Yeah? Are you still even gonna like cherries in 7 years? People's tastes can change a lot in 7 years, you know. Like, 7 years ago, I liked it when I got hugged and cuddled. Now I could care
But
less.
that's different. 7 years ago, you were just a little baby. Now you're
In
not.
7 years, you're gonna be bigger. I mean, we're all gonna be grown-ups by then, and then you'll be allowed to do the stuff that makes no sense at all. Like planting cherries, or whatever. Look, the point is, we don't have time for that. Our childhood is slipping away. Childhood is the best time of your life, and you have to use it wisely. What are you going to say in 20 years when someone asks you what you did as a kid? You know? Oh, you're gonna say, I spent 7 years watching a tree grow. Come on, we're going to the beach. No arguing.
What a downpour. I hope my cherry pit doesn't get washed away.
Oh, holy carrots! We spent half the day with that cherry pit. I thought we decided we'd hit the beach in the morning. Oh, boy. And what will happen if the tree grows, but it never has any cherries on it? Looks like a cherry tree, just with no cherries.
How's that possible? There'll be cherries.
And what if there isn't?
Well, that'd be okay, too. Just a tree's not too bad. You can sit under it with friends on a hot day, or in the rain. If the tree were all grown up, we wouldn't be getting wet right now.
You can hang out with your friends at home, too, if you've got any. But trees are not friends. They're attached to the ground by their roots. And unlike that tree, your friends can get up and leave, Chico. And they won't wait around forever.
All right, take it easy. I'm almost done with this. Okay, let's go get dry.
It kind of looks like it's dead.
No, it is not dead. Although, I think I may have dug the hole in the wrong place to plant the tree. It's so hot here all day, and it's all just clay and sand.
You're, turning into a serious tree geek, man.
We have to replant it.
Do you mean now? We were gonna fly this kite! Because of this tree of yours, I haven't had a life for the last 2 months! Do we play soccer on Saturdays? No, because you have to water it! Did we stop playing with our sailboats on a windy day? Yes, we did! Why? Because there was too much wind and we had to protect your green friend here! And did we build a sand castle? That's a no! We didn't even get to swim in the river! Time is passing us by, and what are we spending it on? On a stupid tree!
I'll come by later.
Don't bother, I'm better off alone. If you think I'll always come help you with whatever nonsense you come up with, you're wrong. And when your tree is grown in 7 years, you can sit underneath it alone. Because you won't have any friends left. Woo-hoo! Alone is the way to be. Yeah! Oh, rats. Chico! The tree! Come on, Chico. Come on, tree. Go get a bucket or a lid or something. I'll cover the tree. Well, I'm gonna get going.
Thank you, Krash.
Huh? You know what Barry told me? That if you plant tree saplings instead of pits, they'll grow much faster.
But why are you planting so many?
Because if you spend your childhood right, then by the time you're grown up, you'll have a bunch of friends. So many that there won't be enough space for all of them to sit under the same tree. That's why we can't plant just one tree. We need enough so that by the time we're adults, we can have a whole cherry orchard. Got it? Huh. Don't just sit there. Help me plant.
Oh, my. Well, ain't that a stanger? Who trimmed my tree like that? It doesn't even look like a cherry tree, more like a cypress or something.
Yes.
Got it. Too fast for ya.
Come on.
So, what do you want to play? How about,
Basketball.
Volleyball?
soccer?
Yeah, soccer.
Hello?
I'm heading, just like a pro.
Check out this footwork.
Not bad. Hey, let me try, will ya?
Hold on, I'm having an existential quandary. I've never thought about this before. With every choice we make, we miss out on a whole bunch of other opportunities.
Well, you can kick it around for a while, and I'll be the goalie.
It isn't that. I mean, if we just choose to play soccer, we miss out on the opportunity to play basketball.
Well then, let's play basketball.
But what about volleyball? What then?
Oh yeah, that's a great game.
Sure, volleyball's a great game. There are a lot of great games. There's Tag and Red Rover and Duck Duck Goose.
Hi, you guys! Wanna play hide and seek?
No, my head's about to explode.
What's with him?
Maybe. Good.
Hey, Krash. What you doing?
Hey, Chico. I'm making up a list, see, of every outdoor game. So far, I've thought of 3,475. It's very in-depth.
Oh, yeah? Hey, I'll bet I could think of a few. Like, for instance, cops and robbers.
I got that one, and its variations.
What kind of variations?
So there's like cops and robbers, detectives and thieves, one cop and one robber, and then just cops.
You mean no robbers?
Sometimes police just want to hang out without all the drama, you know what I mean?
Ah, I get that. So I guess you got it pretty much all covered then. Hey, why are you writing all this down anyway?
I'm creating a schedule so we'll have a chance to play every game imaginable. I figure an hour each game, along with rest periods, would take about a year. And we'll never miss a single chance to have fun. Cool, right?
I don't know. There's something missing. Like, when do we get to eat?
Meal breaks. Now I've got to start all over again.
What's up, Krash?
Chico, I've got terrible news. Some dude all the way in Bermuda invented a brand new game. This is a disaster of epic proportions. And the worst part is, there's like 200 countries. Each one with millions of people thinking up new games that'll have to fit into my schedule.
Maybe you should drop this idea.
Not on your life! I'll just have to shift things around a bit. A game is a terrible thing to waste. Now listen up, Chico. I've got the solution. What if we took different games and combined them and played them at the same time? For instance, what if we were to combine tennis with basketball? Or we mix tag with jump rope, tag rope. Good times.
Krash, we've all been thinking about this schedule thing, and well, how can I put this nicely?
This is crazy! You've spent weeks thinking up your silly theory, and you've hardly stepped outside once. Just look at yourself. You're as pale as a ghost. It's scary.
Who cares if we play every game in the world? The important thing is that we play. That's all.
You should see the weather, Krash. The sky is so blue. You can hardly believe your eyes.
So what do you say, pal? Come on. First one outside gets to choose the next game. And you are... it!
What are you waiting for, Krash? Time's a-wasting.
Come on! Catch us!
Let's see here. I think I'll play this 7. There we go. Your turn.
I pass.
All right, in that case, I'll have to pick up another one. Mix them up good here. 11. That means I'm leading by 18.
I'm still behind.
Double play. I'm gonna buy a brand new car. When I was their age, Oh, look at that! When I was their age, I played in the playground. And I didn't disturb my elders when they were trying to play bingo. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Oh, I got the last one! Ha! I win!
Maybe next time.
Well, time for a nap.
I wish I could nap like that. I try, but I just can't.
I'm sure you could learn if you tried, Krash.
Can you show me how? Huh? Come
You certainly are insistent, aren't you? Well then, now that you've interrupted my well-deserved nap, I'll show you. Now, I'm gonna clap my hands, and you're going to fall into a deep slumber. Are you ready?
on.
Asleep? Let's try again. Now listen closely. When I clap my hands for the 137th time, you will fall into a deep, deep slumber. Or else. You got it? Wait a minute. It finally worked.
I sleep so much that at night I can't sleep at all.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Mary, did you lose something?
Gardening spade. I put it aside for a minute and... Whoa, what just happened?
You got me.
Like he passed out or something. Hey, Crash! Crash! Crash!
What? What happened? Where am I?
Huh, where do you think? Huh?
You know what? I think I ought to pay Carlin a visit.
But that's ridiculous. He needed my help, so I helped him using a very simple methodology. Thanks to which, he could take a rejuvenating snooze at any time of the day and thereafter be energized.
His reflexes appear to be normal. Say please.
But you don't understand. It's like a reflex or something. It happens anytime someone claps their hands.
What an imagination.
I think he's asleep.
Good luck trying to wake him up. I've tried.
It seems to be a matter of Crash's subconscious picking up on certain outer stimuli. Our job, then, is to find a way to remove the stimuli or retrain the subconscious.
Yeah, but what if he can't be retrained? What if he stays like this?
If the subconscious can be trained, it most certainly can be untrained as well. Boy, I could use a nap myself. Well, what's the word?
He's asleep.
Yeah, he's asleep. I know that.
Well, maybe you should wake him up then.
What's going on? How did I get here?
Listen, Doco, you're the smartest guy in the room. Isn't there some way you can help?
Why do I keep falling asleep like this?
How should I know? This is all your fault, Carlin. You're the one who bamboozled his subconscious, so you're going to have to unboozle it.
Wait a minute. My sub what now? Are you going to tell me what's wrong with me or not?
We have to think of something, and we have to think fast.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can reverse the reflex so that if we clap, he'll wake up rather than fall asleep. Certainly is worth a try, no?
Oh, there. What's the matter?
It worked.
Nice work, Good job. Oh, how wonderful. Looks like our sleepyhead is good as new.
Seems so. Base to crew! Base to crew! Come in, crew! Do you hear me? Listen up! You three have to return to base right now! A huge winter storm is coming! You stubborn explorers, do you copy? You must return to base before it comes! What do you mean, fake news? It's the weather, it's not fake! You say I'm being what? I'm not being negative, I don't... Jeez, it's like they don't want my help.
Sure, we got it from here. You guys, I have a bunch of good news. Firstly, we're gonna head even higher up the mountain. Secondly, the weather's gonna get even worse. So we probably won't be able to see or feel anything soon.
So, which part's the good news?
All good. Never before have we had such a surefire test of strength and character. What an adventure it is to see how far we can all go.
I know where I'm going. It's called home. This way. I'm sure there are less painful ways to find an adventure. Ridiculous.
Wait.
You?
Wally, don't you want to push yourself to the limits of what you can achieve? You just gotta grab life by the ears. Otherwise, how will you find adventure?
Maybe not all of us are in the mood for adventure all the time, Crash. Has it ever occurred to you that maybe we just don't need adventure?
Nicely done.
What did you find? Please tell me it's a warm cabin filled with hot chocolate.
Even better than that, Chico found a real character-building opportunity.
A what? Oh no.
Is that an avalanche?
Come in, crew, come in. Good, you stopped listening to Krash.
Oh, there you are. How awesome is this, guys? Think of all the stories we'll be able to tell. If we survive, we didn't break anything. And that's a nice surprise. Just think. We rode an avalanche, and now we're stuck in an ice cave with no food or water. Isn't it just amazing, guys? What a real test of courage.
I don't want to test my courage. I'll test how quickly I can drink my tea and fall asleep in my own warm bed.
My eyelids are frozen.
That's not good.
I don't care whose parts are frozen to where. This is not nap time. Where'd your spirit go? Wake up, let's go. They say frostbite is only a state of mind. We're still standing on our own 2 feet. Or not. Last one out of the ice cave does the dishes for a week.
Come in, team. Definitely awake the whole time. You there?
Hi, Base. This is Krash here. Everything's great. How's the weather? What? A cheesecake? Oh, an earthquake. Coming here? Right now? Well, that's fun. Hey, guys. I think I got more good news. See? This is character building. Oh, man. Look at us. Overcoming all of these obstacles. Earthquakes are awesome. Just think what we'll tell them back home. Don't you feel more accomplished? How cool will it be if we survive this today?
If we survive?
Or when, Chico. Whatever. Vocabulary's never been my strong suit.
Looks like an if. Well, this is it. Never thought I'd go like this. Should have gotten my will notarized.
That wouldn't have helped you. Unless by will you mean a jetpack. You guys should think more positive! Holy carrots! A real volcano! It's beautiful! I wonder what happens if we go to the top! We should try it!
Chico, have we learned anything? Because I'm learning not to do this again with Krash.
Guys, I think we can have a lot of fun with this! How fast do you think you can run from lava?
Probably not as fast as I'll be next time I hear his ideas.
Woohoo! After this, nothing is scary!
I haven't learned anything about myself. Not a thing.
Maybe we weren't supposed to learn about our own character, but instead about our friend Crash and his limits.
So we agree this is crazy.
Oh yes, it's madness.
Hey guys, guess what? I've got good news. Hey, wait, stop! Just wait! Come back! There's so many experiences we haven't had yet!
I fell out of bed this morning, banged my head while I was snoring. Then at breakfast spilled my coffee after my sink sprung a leak. Then I take it up a notch. I split my pants right through my crotch, and then I found a pimple on my cheek. But this still won't stop, quite surprisingly. Such a happy mood deep inside of me. It's a strange and wonderful thing to see when a good mood comes unexpectedly. Yeah! Then from there it just kept coming. The bus I take to work stopped running, so I walked the last 5 miles and got splashed on by a truck. Finally I reached my building and stepped into the elevator. It took off and stopped, now I was stuck. But this still won't stop, quite surprisingly. Such a happy mood deep inside of me. It's a strange and wonderful thing to see when a good mood comes unexpectedly. Yeah!
Why are you so gloomy, Wally?
The question is, why are you always so cheerful?
Why be sad? Everything is great. If the sun's shining, it's all good. If it's not shining, I'll make my own sun.
And why do you think everything's so great anyway?
Why, did something bad happen?
Yes, of course. Something bad is always happening somewhere. Only some of us are smart enough to realize it, while others aren't. Somewhere out there, someone is sick. Somewhere, someone is very hungry. Maybe they're injured, and they're all alone. That's why I sit here and think about these things. I'm not gloomy. I'm serious. And you're not serious. I'm serious about that.
Listen to this. So I'm brushing my teeth this morning. Brushy, brushy. But then there isn't any foam. It turns out I mixed up my paw lotion and toothpaste. What's the matter?
I'm being serious. Look, don't you understand that somewhere out there, someone is in real trouble, and you're happy? Can you imagine how they'd feel if they saw how you were acting? It'd make things a lot worse. You have to be more serious. Seriously. And Chico, when it comes to your teeth, stick with real toothpaste.
Oh no, my preserves. Oh, I'm so clumsy, so clumsy. It's a disaster, such a disaster.
What a disaster! After picking out the best berries one by one, they're all gone. And the preserves are ruined. The stove is so dirty it'll never get clean. And this towel is so stained it'll never wash out. It's a disaster! The worst disaster ever!
Krash, close the door on your way out.
You mean leave?
You're just making things a lot worse.
But I've messed things up in the past, and you've never told me to leave.
Before, you were cheerful. You were like a ray of rabbity sunshine. You used to glow. When I looked at you, I didn't care whether the carrots were rotted, or if the ladder's broken, or the bees didn't make enough honey.
I used to glow.
Gonna take a while to pick all these apples. You used to glow with joy. Get it? Happiness.
How am I supposed to be happy when someone somewhere has...
Listen to this! Listen to this! Listen to this! Someone is stuck on a fence up high? That's no reason to moan or cry. Thunderclouds gather in the sky? It's not so bad. No need to cry. You went to sea and said goodbye? Well, okay. Go ahead and cry. Isn't that wonderful?
How can you be so happy when someone, somewhere, might be...
Hold on there. I've done my share of suffering. Attaboy, Wally.
I don't understand. Let me ask you, can you really be happy when someone is out there suffering?
Of course you can. Not everyone can suffer all at once. It just wouldn't be practical.
Yeah, you'll just have to wait your turn.
Wait, my turn? Whose turn is it?
Ours. We'll be suffering for a while. I'd say we got about 20 minutes more on the clock, so you go on. Go have fun.
Thank you.
But this still won't stop, quite surprisingly. Such a happy mood deep inside of me. It's a...
Holy carrots, just listen to this! You will be plunged right into a world of pleasure thanks to the magical wildlife on this fabulous uninhabited island.
Yeah? Well, being plunged would be good, because in my opinion, the experience so far has just been so-so.
What do you mean so-so? Look, it says right here in the brochure. The travel time will simply fly by as you look forward to your date with nature. Got it? Keep rowing, Chico. Keep rowing.
Keep rowing. Keep rowing.
Oh, see that? The sweet scented shade of tropical treetops. The azure sea. Beautiful golden sand. Chico, I think I got sunburned.
You probably have to apply something cold to it.
Oh, it's nothing. I'll just take a dip in the azure sea and I'll be as good as new. Woo-hoo! Come on, Chico, the water's great.
Krash, don't go out too far. Careful.
Whoa, help!
Krash! Oh, what happened? I'm coming.
Help me! Okay, get him off, What was that thing? I was trying to swim out there, but instead of water, there was that. It stings.
These are jellyfish. It says here that jellyfish rarely swim here and hardly ever approach the shore.
Maybe they're good for sandwiches? You know, peanut butter and jellyfish. Guess we can't swim here anymore.
Krash, it's no big deal. Maybe the sea isn't good for swimming here, but it's still an uninhabited island.
I read in the travel book that the second thing a traveler must do is to replenish their water supply. The first thing to do is buy the travel book.
These sweet-scented shade trees don't really give off any shade at all. And there's no scent either. Other than that, they're perfect.
Well, maybe it's just not shade season. It looks like fresh water isn't in season either. Chico, take a look. Does it say in there about what inhabitants of an uninhabited island eat?
It just talks about the heavenly taste of the exotic fruits.
Are you serious? Let me see that. Oh my carrots! Chico, look at all these exotic fruits! They were right! It's just like the brochure!
But it doesn't say anywhere in here which fruits are okay to eat.
What are you talking about, Chico? They're all okay to eat! Oops! I'll be right back!
Krash, where are you going? Oh!
Why is it so cold? We're in the tropics, right?
It says here, at night the temperature drops to a refreshing heavenly cool.
So why do they put that information in small print at the very end? Gotta go. And they talk about the heavenly fruit in big print at the beginning.
I don't know. Uh-oh. Do you know if these temporary problems we're having are actually temporary problems, or is traveling always like this? Huh?
I'll never take another magical, full of nature and beauty trip like this again.
And here is my raspberry preserves.
And our favorite
Can
tea.
somebody open
Nothing
this?
tastes better.
Jar?
I was craving this tea since we left.
Little
Yeah,
help?
really?
Remember, you went for a swim and got covered in jellyfish?
Yeah, and I got the proof, too. Look, it's a scar.
Very interesting.
And the trees there don't provide any shade.
Is that so?
That's right.
And the fruits have such a heavenly taste.
Well, there were some temporary problems to start with, but it's nothing.
Someday, I'll dare to be as adventurous as you two youngsters are, and go on a trip such as yours.
Carlin, I highly recommend it, because it's truly heavenly. Chico, we're starting our own business. We'll make nails. Chico? Chico? I figured it out. Everybody needs nails. Watch this. Look, it's perfect. Chair's broken. We could throw it away. But... how's that, Chico? It's as good as new. Yesterday I saw it so clearly. It's nails, and we can make a fortune.
I can't make nails right now. I'm making a little pyramid.
Come on! Who needs your little pyramid, huh? When everyone needs nails!
I need my little pyramid. When I finish it, it's going to be so pretty, so pretty. I'll be looking at it, and wonderful thoughts will just wash over me, see? And tranquil thoughts are just as valuable as nails.
You could sell me ice in winter! You almost convinced me! I wonder if the others would take the bait.
Oh, come on now.
What's the matter, Barry?
Yeah, this pineapple won't take root. I've tried down and up, and I just can't figure out what this thing needs.
It seems to me that the pineapple isn't a problem. Wow! You know what this garden needs? A little pyramid!
What little pyramid?
There are little pyramids out there. You look at them and wonderful things come into your mind. For example, say you don't know what to do about your pineapple or something like that. Then whoop!
What's whoop?
Just look at the pyramid, and an idea will come. Pineapple ideas will get bigger and better and bolder. I've got it! Our first order for a little pyramid. Continue. So, we'll make a little pyramid for the guests here. And here, your own personal pyramid. For when you need to get away. Rosa, a moment of your time. Just think about it, Olga. You can make this place look modern and cool. We've got a whole bunch of orders. Look at them. A whole bunch of orders. So, everybody wants little pyramids. Absolutely everyone.
Krash, you're disturbing me.
Continue. We need a launch party. Once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along. My friends, today we are presenting our first little pyramid to you. It's hard to think how many more little pyramids we'll have to make, but as long as little pyramids are in demand, we'll continue to make them for you. Make them and make them, make them for you. And here's our genius. And his little pyramid. Little pyramid. Chico, where's the pyramid?
I've destroyed it.
Oh.
What?
Creative crisis. I was just looking at it and it occurred to me to break it.
Chico, it's not the pyramid you broke. You broke my life. You have destroyed me.
Don't be silly. It's only a pyramid.
I'm not being silly. It's not nonsense at all. It's my reputation. No! Stop! Don't go anywhere. You'll get a pyramid, and you'll get a pyramid too. Pyramid. 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 Wait a minute. Hold on. I've got nails, of course! Everybody needs nails. I've got nails. Nails. Who wants nails? Come